At the Zambon of Cameroon, Mireille Kanjinga EK Harkin player on the one side of her, and of course Tabitha Chawinga. And there's the Algerian team just working at the back, getting the ball back to Chloe. Lanes and was disqualified, but otherwise into the semi-finals of the 200 as well. Quite talk some more about her as the game goes on. I'm sure that these are all heroes back home in Malawi. Get that decent pass. And the referee will logically give a free kick to Malawi. A little bit of a bump there with Irene Kumalo. There's the head coach of this Malawi team, of course, Mo Fazili, along with Maggie Chombo. Doing some wonderful things for this women's team. Another through ball that's just been kicked out. You can see that Temwa Chawinga, Kansas City Current, getting involved. Good ball out to the right hand side. Delivery coming in, goes high over the top, or has it? And there's a handball offence there. It will be a free kick there for Algeria. Now just look at this course here in Rabat as well. It's been picked up. There's a long-range shot. It's straight at. Take a shot. Have a little pop at goal. Why not? Picked up by Kumalo. Tries to send it down towards Chawinga. Doesn't find the captain, and that's the pass that goes out from Betty. It's the Washington Spirit player, formerly of OL. From Firminy, which is just outside of Lyon, down in the Rhone Valley, down in France. Of course, OL, one of the top teams in France. And a free kick here for Malawi. And a good chance for them to try and do something. Keep an eye on Rose Kadzeri. She's been absolutely top-notch. 2 goals scored. And also with that important second goal from that fabulous pass from Temwa Chawinga that saw them beat Ghana. Is the ball that's sneakily done. That really is. There's a shot that comes. As we saw Bendrus just going down to the ground. She's coming back to retrieve possession. It's good battling back. We love to see that. Here was Bendrus back into the midfield with Ajabi Diong. Dafur. Lovely touches. This is what they're all about. This is the DNA that's been installed by Farid Ben-Stiti. The ball comes out. That's a good run. And a little bit of space. Belkatir coming up as well as an extra player. And collected in the midfield once again. Dafur. She gets the ball pinched from her. And here is Temwa going forward. She's got options. There's the pass. Not the right pass to her sister, is it? And Tabitha Chawinga not able to get all hold of that, and it's been picked up by Algeria as they push forward. And there's the long ball going over. Bendrus is there. Need to be careful. Great control. Algeria on the attack. and a little bit of possession. It goes over the top and it just goes wide. And got a little touch there of Makanda Wire, but that was there for the taking for Linda Bendris. And the AS Cam striker, just look at the delivery. She was onside, it goes over the top. First touch is brilliant. Kind of loses the ball there, and then afterwards tries to chip it over the top. Little touch, corner it is. Placed down in the south of France on the Mediterranean Sea. AS Can, her team. Here's the delivery coming in from the corner. Front post, pushed away there by Sikelo. And here's Chawinga. Chawinga gets the ball out wide. Has been picked up, lovely control. That's brilliantly done. Look at that, sensational there from Simiwaka. They move through. There's Temwa going for it, and it's being blasted away by Chloe Ngazi. And she had to come out quickly, because when she is on the move, Temwa Chawinga can most definitely, she's on the side there as well, racing through. Slightly overcooks the through ball, but still a fabulous idea here from the Scorchers, who are on fire. Decent header over on that far side by Ines Belumo. Wonderful player. And the through ball down that left-hand side doesn't find her teammate, Bendris. Swiftly kicked up, it's Sabita Chawinga, she's on her own, can she get the shot in? Oh, it's just gone wide. Well, it was completely left by the Algerian defence, which gave her the chance to do something. She couldn't quite drill it towards goal. And Chloe Ngazi, the Phoenix goalkeeper, very relieved. As the Malawi bench look on, thinking, well, that could have been a fabulous start to this semi-final. There it was, pushed into the right position, keeping it away from the defender, but just kicking it across the face of the goal with that left foot of hers. Temwa putting pressure on Chloe Ngazi. This is Algeria on the attack. And there's, well, no call for a foul there. Despite Maggie Chombo making a stern call to the officials. Lovely flick, Algeria on the attack, and just cover play. Well, brilliant play there from Kiri. Kiri gets the ball over and it's headed away. There's a chance for a shot here. No, it's, she stopped. Ajavi Dion gets the ball back, and pinching it, of course, is no one else but Tabitha Chawinga. Long range shot coming in, drilled in, taken well by Sakelo, and why not? You've got to give it a pop once in a while. Long range or not, sometimes they find their way through. On that occasion, not the case. Belkater. Morgan Belkater of AS Saint-Etienne. Getting a start out here today. She came on to replace Kenny. And Kenny with that injury. And came on and really owned that right back position. Another good through ball. Bendris unable to get there, but the idea was very good. I like what they're doing. Algeria, some good work spotting the runners. The running lines are good as well. Slightly overcooks that through ball there, and easily taken there by Merci Sakelo, but any kind of a mistake, and you know that Bendris will be there to pounce, is Rose Kadzere. And little touch, she claims, but no, it's going to be the Phoenix who will regain possession. Nicely done, good work there. Smitsuragi, based in France, playing for Stade Reims. There will be a free kick, just being held by Chimwemwe Madise, the Tipi Mazembe player. No, call is going against the Algerian player, in fact. So Tipi Mazembe, centre-back, happy to regain possession along with Irene Kumalo. Still the strikers player, one of the top teams back in Malawi. Now some big bullets as well. Along with the Ascent Academy. Well, there's a chance here as the ball goes up in the air. Anybody there to tidy things up? Can't forget the Kukoma Untopwa women's team. Decent ball out to the right side. She's going to race for that, Simiwaka, and she knows how to sprint easily down into the corner to pick it up. Lovely little touch there from Bulumu, who does the business down in that corner. I think it was Kazami, sorry, Rosaline Kazami, who came across, but just to cover Bulumu, the West Ham left back. Touch there coming in from Gondwe. A chance to get the ball over. There's the delivery coming over. It's whipped in fiercely, but taken well. Snatched out of the sky by Ngazi. The Phoenix go again down the right-hand side. Scorchers trying to come back into position. Nicely done. Kiri loves to dribble, can control the ball very, very well. Ball comes over to the other side. Mira Braham of Trabzonspor, same club as Mo Salah, and of course, who got a very warm welcome just last week on his arrival. Taken quickly, Algeria on the attack. A little bit of space there. There's an option here because Kiri's out wide. She's got lots of space. The pass is not the right one. And just look at that. It's excellent touch to get the ball back there from Medise. And well, the goalkeeper, Sekelo, blasting it away. Belkadir picks it up once again. Algeria on the attack. That's not the right pass. And Kumalo will collect. Look up and see what options she has. There's Temwa. There's a touch by Temwa. It wasn't directly to feet. And Dafur with bossing that challenge there. But the lofted ball over the top. Belkadir is coming back. Oh, it's Chawinga. Gets the ball into the penalty box. And it's cleared. But Malawi, she couldn't get the right force behind it to find her sister. But again, Malawi, brilliant over the top. Such a strong challenge there coming from Chawinga to deal with Morgan Belkadir. The battles continue in the midfield. Melissa Betty. Watch out for Bendris. She does love those angled runs coming over from the left-hand side through the middle. It's what they're going to have to be watching out for, Malawi. Ranked 153 in the world, coming up against Algeria 74, 153. And of course, that just tells you brilliant work from Chawinga. Gets the ball across, it's whipped in ferociously. It's still there's a chance, but Chloe Ngazi pounces. And just diffuses that little moment. They didn't panic. The delivery was whipped in, came off the knee there of Kazami. The first time clearance should be something that you really need to excel in, especially when you've got those fiercely whipped in crosses from left or right or wherever. Oh, look at the touch there from Temwa. Just evades the challenge there. She picks it up. Temwa Chawinga. Oh, she's gone through the legs. There's a chance for a shot. It's driven in, and Chloe Ngazi comes to the rescue. Even though it looked like it was just going to go into the side netting. That's how dangerous she is. That's what she's capable of doing. And I imagine that everybody back home in Malawi are just out of their seats going absolutely ballistic with that fabulous attacking move there from one of their stars. And I'm saying one of them because they got a whole host of quality players. Good stop there from Chloe Ngazi coming to the rescue. And the Phoenix holding fort, which is basically what they've been doing. They've got a fortress at the back, conceded just 2 goals. Morocco, and of course against the Côte d'Ivoire in that comeback victory that saw them win 2-1. Here's the resulting corner, but the referee, Eunice Akintoye of Nigeria, just restoring order. And a couple of words there for Faith Chinzimu, the 19-year-old player based in Sweden. Being told to, oh, that was the little move that saw the defender go down. Anyway, back to business. Here's the corner being whipped in from the left-hand side. It's gone right over the top there. And there's Belkadir, who's defending on that far side, dispossessed. Bendress does really well, keeps the ball in play. What options has she got? Well, they just make that small, short pass there, which is a smart one to Jabi Diong, and a change of flanks potentially. Nicely done by Kazami. Well, she's wonderful. Ulbraham knows exactly what she's doing on when the ball's at her feet. Wonderful dribbler of the ball, of course, and fully capable of scoring goals, especially with that shot that saw them take the victory against the Côte d'Ivoire with a strange trajectory. Long-range shot coming up. It's been blocked there and cleared. That was Gondwe, which is getting in the way. Here's Tawida Chawinga, we're trying to get through. She goes down. Is that a free kick? I think it definitely is. There was a bit of a sandwich there. And the Malawi captain constantly causing chaos there and just trying to find a little pathway between the defenders, which was very complicated. She got the acceleration, but takes the ball quite slow, and then afterwards tries to accelerate through. And there's contact on the ankles, as we can see, both coming in. Belcater responsible for bringing her down. Now, what have they got to do here? Kandawire's a free kick specialist. Let's see who's going to take this. Logically, it's going to be Temwa Chawinga. And now they need to be very organised, diligent at the back with the defensive wall. Ngazi. And a check for a possible red card offence for the referee to blow the whistle, which is the instructions coming from the Nigerian referee today. Sassi of Senegal, Salima Mukansanga of Rwanda with the check. Not yet concluded. 19 minutes in here in this first semi-final. What a fabulous day of women's football here in Africa. Peter Waweru of Kenya, also the third official in the office, checking the images before. Oh, they're going straight to, well, it is going to go to the screen, as we can see. Kintoye goes across, and they'll check to see whether or not this is going to be a red card offence. And a scary moment here for Algeria. Let's have a look and just take a closer look at this challenge. I mean, both players, they close in. Showing it so strong. So on one side you've got Kazami, Rosalind Kazami, who kind of gets flipped and turns to his side, trying to go for the ball. I think Belcater going for the ball as well. I don't know. I mean, it might be a bit harsh if it goes to a red. The question is the last defender and the level of the infringement, which is being discussed right now between the VAR officials. Belcater coming across, and of course we can see that Kazami coming from behind to the right-hand side. And who gets the touch on Chawinga? Verdict coming shortly. It is a red card decision, and this is a massive blow for Algeria. And who's going to get it? Belkatir, I think. She was the last defender. And this is a massive blow. It really is for Algeria and Farid Benstiti. Morgan Belkatir, who did such a fantastic job coming in to replace Ikene when she went off with that injury. But that kick on the back of the left ankle on Chawinga, and because she was the last defender, is the reason why. And she had a good scoring opportunity. So, well, that's a sad moment, of course, for Morgan Belkatir. And of course, with this red card, she will not play any further part in this game. 23 minutes in, 10 players against 11. Now a chance here to see whether or not Malawi can exploit this. Timur Chawinga doesn't take it. Rose Kazeri with a shot is blasted high. Little dummy run there, of course. Well, these are the sad moments the players face when these kind of things happen. It's part of the game, but it's, of course, upsetting for the player. And sometimes it does give teammates a bigger drive and a bigger push to make a bigger effort to try and get the right results. Algeria will be fighting for her now. And it does give this Malawi team a golden opportunity. They play attacking football. They score goals. They scored 3 against Nigeria in that opening Group C clash that were finished 3-2. And then, of course, they managed to beat Egypt 3-1. They lost against Zambia, but still managed to go through as the group winners ahead of the Super Falcons. So look at that shot there. Yeah, it's driven very high. I think she knows that that should have been a little bit better. Irene Kumalo. And of course, Malawi scoring 2 goals and then just conceding the one against Ghana. So they concede goals. That's a free kick that was just knocked off the hand of Madize. So a free kick for Algeria. They'll take whatever they can. If they get themselves into an attacking position, they'll try and take advantage, but they've also got to be vigilant with how the ball gets sent back up the other end if nothing happens and they don't manage to get a goal. But look at this. Off the hand, after some good hustling from Jabi Diong. With that left foot of hers, she goes straight for goal. It's gone high, it's gone out and behind the billboards. Again, a free kick at each end. Probably just get the taste in a lay of the land as such. And now they know that got to try and keep it down. Picked up by Kumalo down this left-hand side. Interesting fact, Algeria have never lost a WAFCON game in open play. Knockout stages, of course, it was goalless against Ghana in the last 8 in the 2024 edition. They lost 4-2 in penalties after it finished goalless, and Algeria, they have played a penalty shootout, of course, which tells you that if we do go that far after extra time, great work, Temwa gets the ball across. Oh, it's just headed over the top of Chawinga. Long-range shot coming in and driven and thumped in big time by Irene Khumalo, who's trying to make amends after that free kick that she didn't manage to connect with perfectly. But look what Temwa's doing. This is the danger, coming down the byline, getting the crosses over, couldn't find a sister. And then the follow-up shot, just kind of bobbled, so when she struck it, kind of on a lift, you knew that the ball was rising rather than getting your knee over the ball and driving through it. Malawi have had a team qualify for a World Cup before as the men's under-17s side back at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in 2009. So now the Scorchers will be the second national team to do so. For Algeria, they of course, there's a chance there. Kazeri trying to send the ball down into the path of Simiwaka. They go 4-4 at the moment as it stands. Couldn't quite sneak it past behind Ines Bulumu. Otherwise, you know that Simiwaka would have been darting and racing onto that to try and get a shot in on Chloe Ngazi. Corner to follow. 29 minutes gone here, 28 and a half here at the Olympic Stadium, here in the capital city of Morocco. Here is the corner coming in, hit high, edge of the penalty box. There's the header there, Simiwaka. Simiwaka unable to really drill that into the corner to force Ngazi to fly off the feet. Kazami going through the middle. Here's Amira Ul-Braham. That's a lovely little piece of play there, just to get a little bit of support. It's come over the top. She needed to get there first. Well, that was a very brave clearance there from Sekelo. And under a little bit of pressure from Kiri. And they launch an attack. The Algerian player down on the ground, and a chance down that right-hand side. There's a shot coming in. It just goes over the goal there. And scoring opportunity from Simiwaka. And I love what Rose Kadzeri is doing. That was the connection on Betty, who went down. And is still down. She had that left knee taken out, so she must be in quite a lot of pain, and the body got stretched. Let's hope that she's going to be okay. The Algerian medical team have managed to get onto the pitch to assess the situation, watched on by a very concerned Farid Benstiti. That's just the inside of the left leg, in between shin and calf muscle. And a bit of contact there, of course, with Mercy Sekelo. Nikukoma Untopwa, formerly in civil service, of course, a COSAFA winner back in 2023. Played in all 5 of those games. And that's the contacts there. Yeah, shin to just below the knee. She hops off, she'll shake herself down and surely get back out onto the pitch. They can't afford to lose another player from injury or anything else. Algeria using a very same group of players. 8 players started all 4 games. It's the same It's changed only today. 7. It was no, it was 8 today because we had 3 changes, so exactly the same. And 9 have featured in every game. 6 players who played all 90 minutes: Berlamu, Dafur, Zami, Ulbraham, Ghazi, and Lana Smits Uragi, the central defender. Betty just being waiting for her moment to come back on it, to complete the 10 players that are on the pitch, but it won't be until after this free kick. Here's Kumalo. Kumalo hits it straight to the edge of the penalty box. Look at the hard work there from Davide Shawinga and the Olympique Lyonnais player. Given a tough time, but they win a corner. There's a chance now for Malawi to try and get themselves a good scoring opportunity from. This is whipped in right over the top there, and a chance for a header. There's the header. Oh, look at that! It's a sensational goal. Absolute world class. It does not get better than that. Tabita Shawinga, the overhead, the acrobatics, the wow factor is just off the charts. An incredible goal. Surely one of the best at WAFCON. I mean, that is just sensational. The outstretched left foot, the perfect trajectory, force and skill, and that is what you're talking about, the quality. Underside of the bar, but had that spin and just came back into the net. 1-0 for Malawi from something out of this world. The stars were aligned for Tabita Shawinga, and a 3rd goal for her at this WAFCON. Simply irresistible. Algeria try and get back into this, but again there's a foul there. And Kiri racing back to avoid the look, the eyes of the Nigerian referee. And Shawinga getting back up. Not the first time that she's been brought down, of course. Morgan Belkadir knows all about that, given her marching orders in this first half. The Malawi supporters making noise just to the left of me. They are seeing their scorchers produce another trailblazing confrontation here at this WAFCON, their first ever WAFCON. The COSAFA Women's Championship title that they won in 2023 was their first ever. If they get through to the final here, they get a chance to maybe go for another title. They'll all be hoping and wishing that they stay ahead. But so far it's looking good. It's up to Algeria to try and respond now. The ball goes through the middle with Marine Dafur, who is the chief orchestrator. But that through ball doesn't find a teammate. And racing out over on that right-hand side is Chimwemwe Madise, the Tipi Mazembe player, who she's a no-nonsense defender, I can tell you that. Former DD Sunshine player, another challenge there on the edge of the penalty box. The little flick through doesn't find Shawinga. Has been picked up there by Kumalo down the left-hand side, and a chance for them to race forward. Here's Rose Kadzere. Rose Kadzere, great acceleration, has a little bit of oh, that's a firm challenge. That's quite a nasty challenge. That might be, well, no yellow card there for Ines Kiri. It's a very late challenge though, and Kadzere toppling over the top. She's back up on her feet, shaking herself down, and jogs, sorry, she doesn't sprint, she's jogging back into position as before they go again, and this time it's going to be Khumalo who's going to try and get a decent lift on this to try and pick out the players who are moving up into position, including Benedetta Makandawire, the 22-year-old Niassa Big Bullets player. Let's wait for Khumalo and what she produces from this position. The referee says go. Left foot, high towards Chloe Ngazi. Not a threat for the Montpellier goalkeeper, who clutches the ball vigorously until she has players who move themselves into positions in this chess game now that obviously needs to have a little bit more thought about it if you are part of the Fenix staff. They lose possession. There's the ball that's been popped back in there. Kazami clears. Nicely done. Great touch there from Ajabi Diong. Here she is once again. Oh, lovely little nutmegs as she tries to shoot. She shoots long. It's gone over the top but a little bit wide. Great idea. I like what the Le Havre player did, because she saw Sikelo off her line and thought, well, why not? I'm going to give it a shot, because it's one way of finding the back of the net. And sometimes they go in, and when they do, they give you a lift. There's the other clearance there coming from the back. You can always guarantee that Lana Smith-Suragi, playing in a second WAFCON, is very well organised at the back, and linking up very well with Rosaline Kazami, the Olympic Marseille player. Here's Khumalo trying to thread the ball down. She's being hauled down to the ground again. There's a lot going on. It's going to be a free kick, and you can see that Chawinga, she is finding herself being heavily marked, but let's just have a look at that. That is sensational. The acrobatics, I mean, come on. She knows where the goal is. She knows that if she gets down low enough and hooks that foot around it with a little bit of force, that is going towards the goal. It's just top quality. And you can understand why they're celebrating. Rose Kadzere with a chance to try and whip this in. Well, it's gone to the right-hand side. A little flick that takes the ball out a little bit further. It does go back. That's it's headed there at the back by Smith-Suragi, back to her goalkeeper, and no more danger to talk about as Algeria try and get the ball forward so that they can try and get an equaliser. Still a lot of football to be played, still in a good position, but Algeria, of course, who are, that's a nasty challenge. Betty clashing with Khumalo, they both go down. It's purely accidental, but contact made at exactly the same time, and I think there were boots involved, making it a little bit complicated, but just give the players, there you go, it's the left foot came up and the toe poke, that's just accidental. Again, another player. Betty went down earlier, of course, and they know how important it is to keep her on the pitch. She's one of those midfield cogs that keep the Algerian machine moving. Very important, along with Dafur, of course, and Anul Braham. Very much the machine that makes this Algerian team function. They work as a unit. You see that they, I mean, you know, besides maybe Marion Dafur, they do have players who are you know, who have a little bit of star factor, but the fact is that they work as a real big unit together. As we take a look at Chawinga with a chance, that was the foul there from Morgan Belketer, who brought down Tabitha Chawinga. And this, well, you'll get to see replay after replay of this sensational goal scored by no one else but the world-class Tabitha Chawinga, who will be playing some fabulous football next year at the FIFA Women's World Cup in Brazil. Here's the free kick. It goes up towards Bendress. There's a volley coming in, and it's driven in very well. And that was a stinger, and it was struck perfectly. and a good opportunity there, but unfortunately Rosaline Kazami couldn't keep it down. But look at this, it's headed there, goes up in the air, and she's in the perfect position. Given a split second more, she could have just allowed the ball to come down a little bit lower, so that she would have tested Merci Sikelo, who of course is not getting too much action at the end following the red card that was shown to Morgan Belkatier. 3 minutes remaining in this first half, and Irene Kumalo waiting to get the green light to go back onto the pitch. There's Rose Kazere. That's a nice ball. Temwa opens it. She's got it off the crossbar. It was the perfect shot. She just couldn't keep it down low enough. Temwa Chawinga. It's been picked up here. Another chance for a shot. And there's the shot, and it goes over. But the flag has gone up. My, oh my. What a sensational shot. It's but the flag went up for offside, but it was brilliant the way that she opened up. She saw exactly, she knew what she was going to do, but in any case, offside offence. Kumalo just getting in the way. We've got 2 minutes. There's another challenge in the midfield. And another free kick. She is still working hard, still very focused to Marine Defer. Played 2 matches for the French team, and then decided afterwards that she was that she wanted to play for Algeria, France under 19s, and played what, 10 games. And now she's got 20 caps and 5 goals playing for Algeria. A very important part of Farid Ben-Stiti's team, who worked hard to try and lure players to come and join his project, but it had to be a project, a real project, as Malawi darting down the right side once again. Look at the acceleration and the sprint. A chance to get the ball across. It's gone into the side netting. But once again, you can see that there is danger. Simiwaka, Kandawire all working hard down that right-hand side. You can see Tem was just trying to get a little bit of separation between her and a defender. And also, you can see that Chawinga was at the far post a little bit, but still being tightly marked. So sometimes you've got to go for the goal. There's another ball into the penalty area. It's been held up. Chance for a shot. Temworth gets the ball out to the right-hand side. Shot coming in. It's not a bad effort. Goes wide. Chloe Ghazi watched it go towards the side. And second effort there from Simiwaka, who now plays for MDF Lionesses. But coming from the Commonwealth Games, you see the replay here. First time shot, that was the effort. Couldn't quite get the alignment correct, but in any case, Chloe Ghazi in position, picks up again. Chawinga once again, bides her time, looks it forward. Oh, that's great. We're still trying to find our way through. Great defensive work, and all credit to Smith Storagi. They've still managed to get the possession back. It comes out to Gondwe. There's the through ball. Temwa tries to get past Chloe Ghazi, and there's your second goal. Fabulous play there from Malawi. And Temwa scores another goal. It's goal number 5 of this WAFCON. She joins Barbara Banda. The through ball was quality, but the way that she managed to sneak the ball past Chloe Ghazi, threaded through sensationally from Faith Chinzimu, and a dream finish there. That touch with the right foot there, and then it's an open goal for her. That is quality play. As we enter added time, and Malawi now leads Algeria 2-0 here at the Olympic Stadium. And of course, you see who've scored the goals. The sisters are doing it for themselves so far, but they need help and assists. And some brilliant work as well. Faith Chinzimu, the 19-year-old BK Hacken player, who's a Europa League champion, of course, with the Swedish club. There's a chance now. The ball gets whipped across towards Simiwaka, unable to connect. Picked up by Braham. They're finding it tough out there. They've lost a bit of their shape, Algeria, at the back since losing Belkater. And you can see that Inyas Kiri can't come up too much, finds herself with having to come back and defend. And that ball coming over and dealt with by Khumalo. 4 minutes of added time. Half of it already done and dusted. There's a good ball, it's found. Temwar again, she's going for a second, and Malawi's third. Look at that for a challenge. That is what you call a clearance there coming from Rosaline Kazami. She raced back to intercept and get in the way, just to diffuse Temwar Chawinga's chances. How important is that going to be later on in the game? A massive moment, but they still trail 2-0. They got to stop the flow of goals coming their way. It gets picked up by Rose Kazere. She's pushed it too far. That's a very strong challenge there. And I'm wondering whether or not she gets a yellow card. I think she's going to get a yellow card. There's a lunge from Rose Kazere. And it can be quite nasty when the studs go through like that. You know that it's going to be quite complicated. So oof, yeah, that's quite nasty indeed, isn't it? And the captain, Marine Defer, going down. This is the Olympic Stadium. Prince Moulay Hassan Stadium there, just right next to where we are. Well, she's back up on her feet, which is fabulous to see. Look at, I mean, all credit, Tabitha Chawinga, all of her teammates watching from a while, and you know, forming in Sweden and Paris Saint-Germain, they're just most definitely looking at the quality of that goal. They're checking for a possible red card. She might be in a bit of trouble, Rose Kazere. I'm thinking, when you look at that foot that went in, she might be in a spot of bother. And look at the time that it comes, and look where it took place. You know, it's just, she's going to go to the screen and take a closer look. Eunice Akintoye, rightfully so, I think. This is she's in trouble. She's definitely in trouble here, Rose Kazere. The foot came up, she went straight on the ankle, and it's a dangerous tackle, it really is. Did she have a chance of connecting with the ball? Did she connect with the ball? The foot is up. Anyway, I'll let the officials make their assessment and wait for the final verdict, but doesn't look too good. It will make life a little bit easier for Algeria to try and come back in, because they'll have that very important attacking midfielder who is lightning fast, great vision, great reading of the game, fully capable of spraying the passes to the danger players of Simiwaka and of course the Chawinga sisters. You take that away, then there'll be more responsibility for Faith Chinzimu, and they might lose one of their players who have to come back a little bit more into a midfield position. But still, because Algeria are already down to 10 players, it might make it a more balanced battle, and then it will be the tactics of the coaches, and Fazili will be up against Farid Ben Stiti to try and find ways to deal with the conundrum of repositioning, having the right players on the pitch, to understanding how your opponents are going to play. That's why they do what they do. They have that experience. This is taking quite a while. They have to get it right. Makes sense. Here she comes. It's gonna be upgraded. To a red. It's been upgraded to a red, and Rose Kadzere goes off. And all credit, and clapping to the fans. I think she knew it when she went in for that challenge. And now it's 10 against 10. This is going to obviously favour, well, put Algeria back into this game, because 11 against 10, complicated. But it's a very nasty challenge. You've got to understand the sliding foot with the studs up. She's never going to get the ball. Kadzere understands now just that she has given her marching orders. And now we've lost to Morgan Belkater and Rose Kadzere. Good through ball, but dealt with at the back. Now you just got to finish off this half and get yourselves into the changing room, reorganise, use the 15 minutes before coming back out. It's Kiri with the throw-in. And Algeria, we've gone, what, 5 minutes past. Oh, there's Chawinga, look at the acceleration. Her sister already off. She's looking to try and find out when to go. And she does manage to get hold of possession. Poor control there at the back, but finally they deal with it. They pick it up on the right-hand side. That's the half-time whistle. And, well, how much drama, how much more drama can we ask for? This has been a riveting first 45 minutes. Malawi, the stronger team at the moment. They've got the 2 goals through the Chawinga sisters. And, but they've also lost Rose Kadzere. So Morgan Belkater's red card cancelled out by the loss of Rose Kadzere. It just basically means that it's a 2-0 lead for Malawi at half-time. But it's 10 against 10 going into the second half, with Algeria's hopes increasing as they go and talk with their coaches in the changing rooms at half-time here at the Olympic Stadium in Rabat.
TV, digital TV for free. Brought to you by MBC.
Africa rises. From every street, every city, a dream is born. Our daughters, our sisters, our queens, ready to write another chapter in African football. From 26th July 2026 to 16th August 2026. Morocco becomes the heartbeat of African football. Watch as nations unite, dreams collide, and champions emerge only on Afrosport. Every tackle, every pass, every roar from the stands carries the hopes of a continent. This is more than football. It is our culture, our resilience, our excellence, our story. Join Afrosport as we bring you every unforgettable moment. From the biggest celebration of women's football in Africa, one continent, many nations, one dream. WAFCON 2026, live on Afrosport from 26th July to 16th August 2026.
Afrosport, your freedom of sport.
The left foot with the right foot, and it's been dealt with at the back in the goal by Chloe Ngazi. Still goalless, but then this happened. Chawinga getting the pass and trying to race between both Belkater and Kazami. She goes down, and the referee, Unis Akintoye, goes up to VAR and gives Belkater a red card. The last defender pulling down Chawinga. Down to 10 players, Algeria go. And then this goal here, that is just out of this world. Tabitha Chawinga with an overhead shot that beats Chloe Ngazi. Surely the goal of this edition of WAFCON to offer Malawi a lead. Sublime. Top quality. Underside of the bar. And then it bounces backwards with the spin. Great scoring opportunity there at the back with Kazami with a follow-up volley from a headed clearance. Couldn't keep it down. And then this through ball. Sensational finish there from Temwa Chawinga to score her 5th goal here at this WAFCON, threaded through by Faith Chinsimu. Deft touch. Excellent first touch. And slotting the ball into the back of the net. A lunging challenge from Rose Kadzeri in added time, bringing down Marine Defer. She gets an upgrade and a red card is given. It's 10 against 10 going into the second half and a 2-0 lead for Malawi at the break.
For this picture, make you follow Unorodo. Nigeria don't go digital with free TV. Over 100 channels they with you, sport, news, and better entertainment for your own language. No matter where you dey, whether for city or whether for village, the satellite signal they reach every corner of Nigeria from day one. No monthly payment again. Once you get Ogbonge free to air decoder, you don't win. This one, now our own national asset. Even from your phone, you feel watch out. Just download the free TV app and carry your TV go anywhere you dey go. Scan that code now or call 0700 388 7277. Free TV, digital TV for free. Brought to you by MBC.
Africa rises. From every street, every city, a dream is born. Our daughters, our sisters, our queens, ready to write another chapter in African football. From 26th July 2026 to 16th August 2026. Morocco becomes the heartbeat of African football. Watch as nations unite, dreams collide, and champions emerge only on Afrosport. Every tackle, every pass, every roar from the stands carries the hopes of a continent. This is more than football. It is our culture, our resilience, our excellence, our story. Join AfroSport as we bring you every unforgettable moment. From the biggest celebration of women's football in Africa, one continent, many nations, one dream. WAFCON 2026, live on AfroSport from 26th July to 16th August 2026.
Afro Sports, your freedom of sport.
Free TV, digital TV for free. Brought to you by MBC.
From the heart of Africa come stories that lift the spirit, ignite hope, and celebrate who we are. Faith Stream brings you Africa's finest. Moving dramas that stir the soul, romances that warm the heart, thrilling adventures that keep you on the edge of your seat, comedies that unite us in joy, and true stories that inspire change. Every story entertains, but also uplifts. These films and series teach, heal, and spark conversations that matter. Stories that unite families, strengthen faith, and inspire communities to dream bigger. We celebrate Africa's rich cultures and tell stories rooted in hope, dignity, and truth, without ever compromising on quality.
Welcome back here to the Olympic Stadium in Rabat. You can see that the captain is focused because this is only half done for both Malawi and Algeria. They know that there's another 45 minutes that's going to be played out here before anything happens, before you can even think about celebration. This is just players being locked in, whether it's Temwa Chawinga or Tabita Chawinga, all of the players, and the same applies for the Algerian players. They'll be just locked in. They know that they've been given a little opportunity here, despite the fact that they've conceded 2 goals. They've got a player that's been sent off with Rose Kadzere. But this goal, come on, you've never seen anything like it. This is semi-final of WAFCON, and that was quality. That's a beautiful touch. Look at that. She just teases Chloe Ngazi before nudging it past her. And of course, at that point, Chloe Ngazi needs to dive. And then afterwards, it's an easy finish for Temwa Chawinga, who of course is being followed very closely by Kansas City Current, who are just big fans, not just of her, but I'm sure of African football, because this WAFCON is just moving, shifting into different gears. It's just fabulous what we're seeing out here. We got 2 goals so far. Will we see Algeria just crank it up a little bit and maybe get an early goal in the start of the second half? Anything is possible. I think that we know that they've got to fight the Phoenix. They've got to throw everything at it. They can't just, sit back. But there's also 10 against 10. It just, sets everything up quite nicely for the second half as we gear up for the referee blowing the whistle to get this next 45 going. This will go to extra time and penalties if needs be. It just tells you that we've got riveting excitement coming your way, and I hope that you're glued to the screens to follow what's going to happen. Here we go, second half time, and it's time for Algeria moving the ball in the midfield as they try and find a way through. A little touch there, but it's been picked up, nabbed and passed back. The clearance is not good enough. So changes, of course, in terms of how they are organised. They're going to have to shift their positions as well. That's going to go out. It's going to be Algeria pick up possession here, just away from Simiwaka. And to understand exactly the formation and how they've actually organised themselves. So maybe 3, 4, they're going to be 4 defenders at the back. You'll probably see it's a 4-3-2 more so, I think, with just 2 players up front. That's what it looks like at the moment. I don't think they're going to change anything, of course, in terms of what they've with Rose Kadzeri going off. Of course, they'll just still have the 3 players, with maybe Simiwaka playing a little bit deeper. Algeria collecting the ball here with Jabi Diong. And the attempted smashed clearance there. She doesn't mess around at the back, of course. And we definitely know that's Latipi Mazembe, his defender, Madize. And the first, there's a great chance. There's Algeria going for goal. She's hit it wide. Oh my, oh my, oh my. That was an open goal. And an opportunity for Melissa Betty. And she will be mad. Look at that. They split open the Malawi defence. A wonderful pullback to deal with Mercy Sekelo and Kumalo. Great bit of skill. All she needed to do was get it on target. And Olufandika was there. There we go again. There's the ball that comes out to the right-hand side. Here's Simiwaka. Simiwaka trying to get the ball back across. She's still got another chance. She's so pumped in it. There it is. Oh, straight at the goalkeeper. She can't believe it. Temwa Chawinga. And Chloe Ngazi wasn't really tested there. You've got to clear the danger. I think this has opened up quite nicely within the first couple of minutes. We've had 2 glaring opportunities from both sides here. And the attempted threaded ball through there, dealt with there by Kumalo. Goes down on the far side. Algeria collects it as Dafur trying to sneak the ball through. It's a decent ball over to the other side and collected here. Benjuis goes for the shot. It goes high and over the crossbar and away from absolutely anybody. My oh my, what a fast and frantic start to the second half with Merci Sekelo. And the ball smashed down very quickly with Makandawire. Back to Sekelo. She'll send this up. So there's a kind of a sussing out factor of how they deal with each other now that they've both got 10 players on the pitch, because I think that once you know that your opposition doesn't have the advantage, it all opens up quite nicely. There's a challenge there, and no free kick going, despite the fact that Rose Alufandika really did crash in big time with Marine Dafur. That was a very sturdy challenge. It was a lunge, wasn't it? Tries to stay down and not get in the way. But look at this. Well, it's an awkward ball, isn't it? Because you're leaning over the ball, you're trying to stab at it, and if you just kick it directly at goal, the goalkeeper's going to be there. It had to be in the corner, but you don't got time to make the adjustments. I mean, it's just could have been 3-0, but it could have been 2-1 as well. Here's Temwa. Oh, lovely, deals with the marker. There's the ball that is driven across. It's not the ideal cross, is it, that comes over and has been dealt with by Ould Braham. Ould Braham gets the ball to Dafur. Dafur moving forward. There's the ball out to through the middle. A chance to try and thread it through. Oh, it's just a little bit too strong. She stopped running, Bendris. Otherwise, the first moment that she moved from behind the last defender would have been the perfect time for her to race onto it. Wasn't the case. Picked up on that far side. And there's Tabita Chawinga trying to find her sister. Temwa comes off foot. Tabita collects it. But, dealt with at the back there. Really solid defensive work coming from Smith Suragi. There's Dafur. Picked up in the midfield. Calmly using the space. Calmly stroking the ball into the players available. There's another sweeping move there. There was a decent opportunity to thread the ball right through to Ajabi Diong. Cut out perfectly at the back. That was brilliant from Kazami. There's the through ball. Is Bendris once again. Bendris trying to get past Makandawire. She holds fort and finally just kicks the ball out, rightfully so. I think that's a no-nonsense maneuver, but Bendris putting a lot of pressure on the Malawi defenders. And these supporters still making noise. They're trying to get behind the Scorchers, who are trying to light up this second half, but they're finding it a little bit more complicated. Ball does come back to Ould Braham. Ould Braham scored that second goal against Ghana. And there's the ball's been pinched. It's Temwa. Temwa's going to race forward. She's got the ball at her feet. Still with it. Still with it. 1-on-1. She hits it wide of Chloe Ngazi. And a missed opportunity. Again for Malawi, the through ball was top quality. That's exactly the kind of supply that you need. Look at that. Oh, right through the two defenders there. She races through with that acceleration. Good protection of the ball. Gets past the last defender. It's a one-on-one scenario. But then she just swipes at it and pulls it wide. And forgiven, of course, by her sister. It happens to all good strikers. And, it doesn't matter. You move on. You have focus for the next one. Picked up once again down the left-hand side. That through ball not good enough. And collected by the Phoenix through the middle. Here's Dafur. Dafur trying to be wily, trying to stay out of trouble and away from Rose Alafandika, the 20-year-old Hukomo Ntopwa player. Very dangerous. Here's Bendris. Good use of the pitch. Stretches it out to the right-hand side. Is Kiri. Kiri steers the ball into the penalty box, and it's been kept in there just over on that left-hand side by Kumalo. Clearance from Madise. Seven minutes into this second half. Chance for a shot. It's a good shot. Well, it was a bit of a thumping shot there coming from Dafur. She's kind of frustrated with that. Didn't get the strike that would have tested Messi Sekelo. Alufandika smashes it up to the forwards. There's a chance now. The ball goes over the top here, and it's a chance for Simiwaka. Simiwaka, the race is on. She's got the advantage. There's a free kick going against her. There was some means of contact that the referee didn't like. Let's have a look at this. Well, 50-50, but still, the call was the call. Another through ball, another long ball. Benjerous trying to get there first. It's been dealt with by Makandawire, but it's Algeria who collect again, the Phoenix. And straight through the middle, Benjerous, an option out to the left-hand side. It's been picked up there by Tafur. Out to the left-hand side, Ajabi Diong. Ajabi Diong gets the delivery in. It's been headed away by the Scorchers. And finally, Simiwaka with a decent header. And picked up by Temwa. She's got an overlap, of course. Simiwaka's there. Threads the through ball. It's been dealt with and sorted by the Olympique de Marseille defender, Rosaline Kazami. Led OM to the Division 2, so the second division title, 2025. Former Saint Malo and Saint-Denis player. Lofted ball over to the left-hand side, collected here by Kazami. The Phoenix, then Stiti working their magic once again. A little bit of a space now for a chance to get the ball lofted over. It's been headed there comfortably at the back by Kumalo. Kumalo gets the ball back. It's nicely done. Love the understanding of a pass that goes backwards and then gets passed back to a player that's moving into space as we take a look at this great scoring opportunity. Temwa Chawinga, and she opens it up. She doesn't pulls it with the right foot rather than just maybe using the left. In any case, it's collected here as they go again in Yes Bulumu, West Ham United. Oh, that's not a great pass. It's Temwa. There's the run through. Now, watch out. Tabita Chawinga is going to race towards that, but she doesn't get there because it's read well by Chloe Ngazi. Free kick. Algeria keen to get a goal back, keen to put themselves, just to throw their hat in the ring and say, yeah, well, we want to try and do something in this competition too. We want to go to our first final, but at the moment they're trailing by 2-0. But looking dangerous as they push the ball through. Once again, there's a long-range shot coming in straight into the hands of Messi Sekelo. She conceded that goal against Barbara Banda. I think that she understood at that point how important it was to not concede a goal like that ever again. So she has really just learned from her mistake, and that's going to be a yellow card that's been shown to Faith Chinzimu, a 19-year-old who plays way above her age. Really is quite a remarkable player. Learned how to play in the streets of Lilongwe with boys as a kid. Got a call up to the junior Scorchers back in 2022. Kosafa Under-17 Championship in her home city at just 15 years of age. And she scored 4 goals in 33 minutes. As Algeria go looking for a chance to, well, looking for a reaction from the referee. I think Marie Dafur going down, and Rose Alufandika, her presence has been picked up here once again. Is Braham. She knows how to score from that distance. She has already managed to do that against the Côte d'Ivoire. Funny scenario, of course, with Algeria losing, going 1-0 down with a goal from Safi Ouedraogo, and then She got sent off. From Kone. She got sent off. Wadroyogo, and then afterwards they managed to score 2 goals and come back and book their place in the semi-finals. So familiar with the red card scenario, of course, but on the other side it was. Well, now they've lost one themselves. There's the shot that comes through, a block that was good enough to allow the ball to bobble back into the path of Mercy Sekelo. When is this young Malawian supporter ready to jump up in the air once again? Or will it be the Phoenix supporters who are here, of course, as well, who will be up in the air and shouting out the name of their country? Ball comes back out to Kazami. Good strong defensive work from Madise. Madise with a header, very courageous. Little kick through there by Simiwaka, but it's Algeria who pick up possession once again. There will be a free kick. There was a little bit of a clash there, and again, I think it was more of a slip there. Just that was purely accidental with Simiwaka just crashing into Ines Bulumu. But it does offer Algeria a free kick and a chance to try and do something here. And Marine Duffer of Bristol City will be lofting that up into the penalty area. Anybody trying to get on the end of it? It's at the far post. There's a shot and a goal. Algeria have got the goal. Fantastic. And the finish was exceptional. Scored there by Jabi Diong of Le Havre. Well, the loose ball fell into a path. She took it and struck it really well to beat Mercy Sekelo. That's the moment that the free kick came over. A missed clearance coming from Timwimwe Madise. She should have dealt with that, but rifled into the corner. And a fabulous finish there. Algeria are now back in this. As they try and restore parity. There you go, tightening things up there. Farid Benstiti, the coach of this Algerian squad. Well, that's given Algeria a little bit of excitement here. Jabi came on as a substitute in the win over the Côte d'Ivoire and showed us what she was capable of doing. She came on with Kiri. We thought maybe she would get a call up into the starting 11 for this game, and it came true for her. Both Kiri and Jabi Diong both starting, of course, with Bekhaled and Elena Usaha to the bench. Another free kick from a pretty much an identical position, and a chance for them to go again. And once again, you'll see Marine Duffer standing on this. They won't want to make the same mistakes again. Front post this time, and it's not drilled away. There's the ball that's volleyed across. Simiwaka couldn't quite steer it up towards any of her teammates. Well, they must be really fired up and ready to react here, Algeria, because the scenario's turned around big time. And we've got a couple of changes. Simwaka goes off for Chikupila. Minutes in. And Gondwe goes off as well. And Zinyamula coming on. Leticia Chinyamula. And that was the challenge, and Betty going down as well. I think she got a little heel there to the ankle, down on the ground. As Benedetta Kandawire of Nyasa Big Bullets. I imagine that Farid Benstiti will also try and bolster his side with some fresh legs soon. Algeria back in business here with that goal. Such an important goal. First goal for the Le Havre forward, Ikram Jabidiong. And the subs in the last two games, because Inyas Kiri scored one of the two goals, of course, against Cote d'Ivoire, and now we've got Jabidiong, so it's very much been a successful means of making those changes from Farid Benstiti. And the battle in the midfield continues. Some vigorous challenges coming in constantly. There's Tukupila. High ball coming over. The header didn't have much weight on it from Chawinga. Picked up on the left-hand side is Dafur. Dafur sends it down. There's a chance for them to race onto it. Jabidiong once again in space, looking for support. She's got Dafur there, gets the ball across, goes right over to the other side, and a chance. Kiri scored from this distance before. There's the shot coming in. It's scooped up there by Mercy Sekelo, but again there is danger for Malawi with this, and that was the shot. Similar position there that she scored against the Cote d'Ivoire, Inyas Kiri. And good news with Melissa Betty coming back on, the Washington Spirit player. And the battling continues. As I said, the midfield is going to be the hunting ground for possession. If you can get hold of the ball, then you can find yourself in a very good place to thread it through to your forwards. It's been picked up here by Bendris. Bendris down the right-hand side, tries to shake off a marker. Not too easily. Kumalo's strong, sturdy left back, holding fort and doing well. Player in the middle, trying to pick out Temwa on her own might not be the best option. They need a bit more movement coming up through the midfield. Malawi, if they want to deal with Algeria. Algeria are trying to have the say in the middle. It's been picked up by Betty once again. Little change of flanks maybe. She decides to go down to the left-hand side. It's been picked up here. This is a nice opportunity. Bellamu gets the ball over. Has been picked up by Bendris. Good control, and a shot comes in. It's been deflected and finally cleared by Madise. But now it's Malawi on the attack up the other end. Here we go. And halfway through the second half, not many players from Malawi moving up forward. There must be some tired legs. It's been picked up by Temwa. Temwa back into the midfield. There's a chance for a shot potentially. There's the through ball. It gets blocked and comfortably stopped there by Smith Suragi. Collected the right back, high over the top. The flag stays down, beating the offside trap. And a chance here. The ball does come across. It's been blocked and it goes out for a corner. But a good idea from Tabita Chawinga. So much energy, so much focus within the 67 minutes. There's been high drama, there's been goals that have been sensational scored here today. We still have plenty of football to be played before we can find out who is going to be moving into the final to take on either Morocco or Cameroon. The ball has been picked up here from post, and there was an opportunity there just to get a touch from Chikapila, but finally it doesn't happen, and it does go back to Chloe Ngazi's hands. safely. The through ball, the deadly through ball, and a challenge coming through this time. Good work there at the back. Well, that was the ball that came across the front post. There's a chance. Once again, it's been toe poked backwards. Temwa. And the race on. That's great work from Bendris. The battle between the 13s. It's Chikupila up against Bendris. She's still with possession. She's still working hard. That's great work from the AS Can player, but it goes out for a goal kick. But constantly applying pressure. It's exactly what you want from your forwards, but you've got to have options to pass the ball. She was on her own down that left-hand side, and well, I think that we're going to see more changes. That's a great ball down the right-hand side. That's the first time pass there to Tabita Chawinga, and strong work in the midfield. All Braham of Trabzonspor doing a brilliant job and just holding the ball and not having it pinched from her feet. There's a long-range shot. It's taken a ricochet back to Mercy Sekelo safely for Malawi. The WAFCON debutants, the 2023 COSAFA Women's Champions. This is an extraordinary battle here taking place between these two semi-final debutants. The flag's gone up for offside, and an Algerian is just frustrated that she didn't get back in position at the right time. And I think it's Jabi Diong, the Le Havre player, who scored the goal. There's the high ball coming over the top. It's gone down into the corner. Gets knocked out of bounds there. Vanessa Chikupila of the Silver Strikers. Throw it. Taken by Kandawire. There's the ball coming across. It's taken well by Chloe Ngazi, the Montpellier goalkeeper, saying, no, you're not going to score more goals against me. They've now conceded 4 goals. They scored 6 goals. 7th goal now for Algeria that they've managed to score. They scored 2 against Senegal, 2 against Kenya, and then conceded that 1 against Morocco, of course, and then the 2-1 victory over the Côte d'Ivoire. So just 2 goals conceded. Now it's 4. Bendris down the left-hand side, but they changed direction. That's it's not been cleared. It's been Kumalo unable to clear the ball properly. There's the shot that comes in. It's gone wide. I can see what they're trying to do. You can see what they're trying to achieve there. And whenever you've got Ines Kiri, who comes in from the cold and produces shots to try and find the back of the net, you know that there's danger around. Bendris will come off. And she'll be replaced by Taleb Muller. Laura Taleb Muller of FC Sion, former Metz, came through the Metz Academy, played for Le Havre. Algeria on the attack once again. Betty gets the ball out to the right-hand side, a chance to get the delivery coming in. It's taken well, and glue on her hands, Mercy Sekelo on her gloves more so, and just stopping that from going anywhere near an Algerian Fennec who was ready to pounce. And the Scorchers get the ball back up. Now, the sisters, let's see what they do. Here's Chawinga, gets the ball back to Temwa. Temwa with a little bit of space. This is where she likes to go. Doesn't get the right pull-back pass towards the sister, and it's been diffused once again by Algeria. And they're moving the ball out nicely and passing it around to try and find the right option. Picked up by Taleb Muller, coming in from the left-hand side. Thumping ball down into the corner. It's an interesting one, a very interesting one. Let's see if Kiri can get there first. And the answer to that is no. Mercy Sekelo comes in and just drills it out for a throw-in. 18 minutes remaining, 17 basically. But Algeria, North Africa against Southeast Africa. We'll find out exactly what's happening here in the next 20 minutes, whether or not we've got extra time penalties. Who knows? This all could happen. There's a decent ball comes across, and Sekelo pouncing on it and just bringing an end to it. But the idea was good. I like what they're trying to achieve. Algeria down this left-hand side, really working her socks off. Ines Budumu of West Ham United. Temwa does really well. She gets the ball back from her sister. Temwa Chawinga trying to deal with the last defender. Oh, that's really strong defensive work at the back there coming from Smith-Saragi. The ball does come back and there's a chance. It's a great through ball. The ball comes, oh, it's handball potentially. And the attempted cross gets blocked by the hand, and it's Algeria who take the ball up the other end with Talib Muller unable to control that. And I wonder if the referee's going to have any communication to check that or not. But they're quick to try and react. Let's have a look. Oh, maybe it wasn't hand. Maybe it came off the backside, but it did happen so quickly. So let's move on. And a little skip through. Betty trying to deal with Marco Medise, doing really well. Comes out to the right-hand side. There's the 1-2 opportunity here. Does get picked up. Pulled back once again. There's a shot. It stops there very well by Sekelo. And excellent work in the midfield. Ajabi Diong is just on fire, and she's not even a scorcher. Curling it around. It was coming around nicely. Sekelo stands tall for Malawi. Over 15 minutes to go. Temwa picks it up. She's on her own. She's got an option on the far side. The acceleration. Temwa Chawinga. Oh, it's just been dinked across the face of the box, and she can't pick out her teammate who was looking to try and get a hold of that. But Temwa Chawinga maybe should have gone alone. She is just an outright class act when it comes to scoring. Outside of the right foot. It was a sumptuous ball towards her teammate, but Chikupila not in the right place to finish it off. It's been picked up by Tabitha Chawinga. Accelerates to the penalty box. There's the shot, there's the goal. They've scored number 3. Malawi have taken the lead again. Well, pushed it forward to 3. An extension of what they had with 15 to go. A third goal and a second for the captain, Tabitha Chawinga. What a scenario, the acceleration. Look at this, races into the penalty box. Her sister to the right, a beautiful finish. And with her left foot, drives it low into the back of the net. Again, you see the through ball. Again, you see the finish in between the legs of Kazami. And a 3-1 advantage with 14 minutes left to play. Forcing the Phoenix to work even harder. Long-range shot coming in. Mercy Sekelo not concerned about that, but just look. And that just tells you how complicated it is to play against a Malawi team that have got some fabulous players within their group. But the assists and the passing of the ball towards these dangerous forwards is what it's all about. And it really is a team effort, but you do have players with the X factor. And they've even lost Rose Kadzere, one of the bright upcoming stars of the Scorchers team. At just 20 years of age, now playing in Montpellier. The thumping clearance coming from Medise. Well, the Malawi fans here to my left are bouncing here at the Olympic Stadium. It's a fabulous time for them. Algeria trying to find a pass. Talib Muller unable to latch onto that, otherwise she could have found a little bit of space. They regain possession. It's been taken quickly by Ines Budumu, and it's back to Talib Muller. Talib Muller trying to find a way through, pulls it back. It's not been finished off by the forwards, who unable to get on the end of it. A great idea, perfect, dangerous ball that's behind the defence. There's another chance. Talib Muller collects it down to on the left-hand side. And well, the little chip over the top was a really good idea, but no one there to race onto it. And Mercy Sekelo says, I'm just going to slow it all down. But just look at that. I like the notion. Picked up again, Old Braham. Little toe poke through. And that's going to go off for a throw-in for Malawi. Now, what are the tactics? They play attacking football, Malawi. We know that. And look, we've got the eclipse that's taking place. It's behind the stadium, so no one can see it from inside of the stadium. So we're all safe here, of course, so without the glasses. But that was quite a fabulous image, of course. It's a partial eclipse. It's not a total eclipse, but ball going through the middle and threaded through, but Talib Muller nowhere near in place as Makanda Wire communicating with Sekelo. Sekelo takes the ball down on the ground. Just over 10 minutes left to play. Excitement a go-go here in Rabat, here in the Kingdom of Morocco, where we have a fabulous WAFCON competition taking place here, and another match coming up in just over an hour and 15 minutes, of course, with the host Morocco, who've never won WAFCON, who are looking to try and get themselves into the final once again. But they're up against the indomitable Lionesses. The Atlas Lionesses, the indomitable Lionesses, a big thumping drive. It was pretty straightforward there for Mercy Sekelo. But, we've seen some swerving shots with the trajectory of the ball and the way that they've been struck that have caught out goalkeepers. Mercy Sekelo knows all about that. There's a ball picked up here and a chance for another goal. Oh, it's been stopped there by Chloe Ngazi, denying Chikupila. And once again, Malawi finding space. And Temwa just left that first touch. It's not a bad effort, stopped with that right foot, stretched out there by Chloe Ngazi. Oh, that's really... should have been kept in by Talib Muller if she would have gone towards it. It's been collected here. Mikanda Wire on the Niassa Big Bullets, about to get the ball going once again, get it rolling. Just took a little touch off Gulamou's foot. And another throw-in. We will have more changes happening pretty soon. Couldn't quite spin around and send the ball over towards the Chawinga sisters. Goes out for a goal kick. Nuhed Naili is about to come on, the AS Can player. Well, the goal scorer Jabi Dion goes off, and who's it coming on? And also, you can see Betty's going off. She's had a great game. But Naili's going to come on and try and inject a little bit of speed and energy into this Algerian attack as they need to go and score goals now. You can't sit back and relax as Temwa collects it over on the other side of the pitch. That's well read, and Makanda Wire. So as it gets a little bit darker, we got the floodlights on here with the other partial eclipse taking place, but it's fascinating scenario here. And kind of a magical day. Well, the magic will, at the moment, is for Malawi, because this is history in the making, regardless of who qualifies. But as it stands, you can see the Malawi 3-1 up. Picked up by Defer. There's the attempt to try and get past the Mekandawire unsuccessfully. Temwa just with the pass back and just working well with teammates. And you can understand what they're trying to do here. It's the quick pass and then the racing off into space. The acceleration that they have is just unbelievable. Both of the Chawinga sisters, explosive speed, but when they get into stride, you know, they're very difficult to beat. You can see the expected goal scenario there. It's nearly twice as much for Malawi as they continue to dominate this encounter. Having been exposed at the back, the through ball there has just been scooped up there by Sekelo. Tafur unable to get anywhere near the Malawi goalkeeper. Well, you can just imagine everybody back home in Malawi celebrating, or starting to celebrate. They're not too far away, but we might, well, anything's possible as we see that we've got a change. And yes, there's the change there. Ngului to replace Faith Chinzimu. Ball running out, and it's going to be a goal kick. Nadina Ngului, who plays for OL in France, of course. So plenty of a couple of teammates there. With Chawinga, there's a good ball over into the penalty box. Oh, it's just got knocked over the crossbar, and that should have been knocked in. What a great scoring opportunity. And Bouzid, who's just come on, little touch, just needed to keep it down, and that would have been in the back of the net. Less than 5 minutes to go, and Dafur goes off. And another change with Sofia Bekhaled of OL coming on. Picking the ball up down this left-hand side, the through ball. And again, defensively astute at the back. The Malawi supporters counting down at the seconds. It's been picked up here. There's the ball on the edge of the penalty box. Lovely. Oh, I couldn't quite thread it through. Madise has been strong at the back, just holding and preventing anything from coming through. There's the chance as the ball does come back out. And far post, and has it been cleared? Yes, it has. Finally, it's going to go out for a throw-in with, what, 3 minutes left to play. Loamo Fazili, there he is. Standing up, concerned, but on the cusp of something quite extraordinary. Football Association of Malawi will be very, very excited about what's on the cusp of occurring here in Morocco. We've had 2 red cards, believe it or not, both in the first half. It's changed the whole face of the game. But look at the goals there. The Chawinga captain, Tabita, with her sister Temwa scoring a goal, but we had an overhead kick that found the back of the net, which will go down as one of the greatest goals scored at WAFCON in all of the 14 editions that have been played. Simply incredible. Tabitha Chawinga. There's another decent ball. There's a header there, straight at the goalkeeper. It could have been a little bit different there. And it's, of course, they would have preferred to have scored a second goal just to put a little bit of pressure on Malawi going into the last few minutes. And they're still looking for another goal. There's a chance. There's a chance for Algeria. Girl gets past the marker. Talib Muller waiting to try and get a shot in. She doesn't get a shot in, and it gets knocked out for a goal, for a corner. Farid Ben-Stiti watches on. That could have been 3-2. Oh, the flag. She just sneaked behind. No, it's a free kick for offside. And it's already been taken. And we go back to business. Let's approaching the 90 minutes here. High ball going over the top, Temwa's acceleration. I mean, the incredible defensive work from Lana Smith-Soragi of Stade Reims in France has been stunning. There's a chance here. There's the pass, and well, little slip that sees the shot just go straight into the hands of the goalkeeper, Chloe Ngazi. Doesn't allow the shot to really have any bite in it. It's been picked up here on the left-hand side, right through the middle. Algeria on the attack once again. Talib Muller just in front of her. She just moves in. Belkale. There's good work, and again the defence coming to the rescue, but it's not been cleared perfectly. Long-range shot coming in. It takes a swerve, and well, it was worth the shot. You can see that effort there was heading towards goal, and you just never know what will happen. Five minutes of added time. 5 more minutes before the referee says no more football to be played, or we go into extra time. But it's leaning towards victory for the Scorchers of Malawi. Oh, we got a change coming in, and Temwa Chawinga goes off. Scored one of the 3 goals. And Mercy Makandawire coming on of Civil Service Women, the 25-year-olds. That's the goal. Stunner, an absolute stunner. Sent into a path by Faith Chinzimu. We're on the cusp of something quite extraordinary here in Rabat. There's the block coming from Benedetta Makandawire. These players have come so far to be here, and of course withdrew from qualification in the last edition because of finances. The restrictions no longer anymore. The FAM, they said, we're gonna help you. They helped, and look what they've got. They've got themselves potentially a place in the final in their first ever WAFCON. They're going to the FIFA Women's World Cup in Brazil, the first time ever for a women's team. And that just gives you an idea of what can happen if you have the right structure and resources. Well, there's an offside flag that has been raised there. It would be wonderful to see this happen across the continent. Women's football is on the rise. It's fantastic to watch. This has been riveting. There's so much drama. There's so much great football being played, and all of the commitment from all of these players and the staff has been just top-notch. And the future looking bright for young African football players who are trying to climb up and find a team and become pro and also referees and coaches. There's the little run forward there, but it's flown out over the line. We've got 2 more minutes left to play. Algeria trailing by 2. Malawi on the cusp of another historical moment. There's the scooped ball just goes out to the left-hand side. Bel Khaled picks it up. He tries to sneak it through, it doesn't. Oh, that was a really good idea to try and again find Tabitha Chawinga, who most definitely, there she is, she's on in an onside position, going to try and score a hat-trick. Will she score a hat-trick? She drives it in, it goes wide of the target. But what a fabulous opportunity that was, coming from the player who has just been outrageously good. That's an excellent darting run there. Outside of the left foot, look at that. On the cusp of a hat-trick, didn't happen, but she has been the star player, or the key player for Malawi. They've all been inspirational. This is good from Algeria. Algeria into the penalty box, looking to try and get themselves a shot. It comes out, it's not been cleared, and it will go out for a goal kick. Kicked back off an Algerian player. Great work there from Kiri. A little toe poke. Sorry, it's the Talib Muller who works really well. Drives it in, pushed away, parried away by Mercy Sekelo. A bit more frustration. 30 more seconds. There's the final whistle, and they have done it. The fairy tale continues for Malawi. In their first ever WAFCON, they have reached the final. They have beaten Algeria, and they take one more step towards continental glory. An extraordinary story. Full-time score here in Rabat. Algeria 1, Malawi 3. Well, this is what you live for. To see storylines like this across the world, but here in Africa, these supporters from Malawi. And Sabina Chom, who's out injured, being given credit. She will miss the final. She didn't manage to make the semi-final, but they are through. They have qualified.